All right, so this video will focus on chapter 3, section 1. And the very first thing we're going to start off with is talking about these phrases. So 7 increased by a number x. That would be like 7 plus x is all it's saying. So let's put down 7 plus x. Negative 14 minus y. So I just go through negative 14 and I subtract y. Negative 19 increased by n. So I have my negative 19. Increase means plus, right? And n. The product of 14 and y, so that means multiplication. So I have 14y. 10 divided by the sum of a number n and 6. So if I have 10, and then I'm dividing by n plus 6, and 6 times the quotient of a number x and 3. So for that one, we're going to have 6 times, and then x divided by 3. If you look at all of these, we got them all right, so that's good. And then let's go to the next one here. So the essential question is how you can simplify an algebraic expression, which we'll focus a lot on. Going through here in class, we're going to go through and plug in zeros for the x and see what the value is. So like in this case, if I go through, so 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2, and then 2 minus 0 is still 2, plus 4 is 6. So this will be a 6, and if I plug in a 1, we'll see how much that changes. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, minus 1 is 4, plus 4 is 8. And let's just look at the next one. We're not going to do all of these, but you get the idea of how we do this. So like 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 times 5 is 15, or negative 15. And negative 15 plus 2 is, and negative 15 plus 2 is equal to negative 13. If I plug in a 1 here, 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. And then plus 2 is negative 8. And we just keep on going through all of these, just entering in the zeros and the ones. It then says for simplifying an algebraic expression. I mean, maybe we can go through here and actually simplify some of these and see if we can write this out. So like, if I look at this, this would become, if I combine like terms, this is negative x. I'll write this on the side here. Negative x, and then minus 2. The way that I got that is I took 1 minus 2, which is negative 1, for my x terms, and then 3 minus 1 is 2. So now we're going to plug in the term 0. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 1, so negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Makes it a lot easier to go through. I mean, check this out. If I plug it in, 0 plus 3 is 3, minus 0, which is still 3, minus 1, which is 2. If I do the same thing with the 1 here, if I plug in 1 plus 3 is 4, and then if I plug in here, this is 2 plus 1, which is 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So it makes it a lot easier if you simplify it and plug things in than if you just go through and input it each time that it's there. So it says use the following steps to simplify things. That's what we want to do right now. So the very first thing we're going to do is look for like terms. So we're going to look for like terms. Let me just write this down. So look for like terms. I usually underline them. And then combine them. Combine like terms. So now we're going to give an example. So if I have like 3a plus 4 plus 2a plus 6. Well, I'm going to first of all go through and I'm going to combine like terms. So like I have my a here and an a here. So that equals a total of 5a. And then I have my 4 and 6. Those don't have a's on them, so I can combine them together, and I have plus 10. So this thing here could be combined together as 5a plus 10. For this one here, it asks, which of the following expressions would simplify to 3x plus 4? So if I look here and I combine this together, I'm going to have negative 6 plus 2, which would be 3x minus 4. That doesn't work. This here is 3x plus 12. This here is 2x plus x, which is 3x plus 6. And the last one is negative 5x and 3x, I'm sorry, 5x and 8x is 3x plus 4. So the one that works is letter D. And then we're going to go through here and try to combine like terms. So again, go through, highlight. So I have here 8x, -2 and +7 is going to be +5. This one here, I look at, I have the z squared. Now, if it has nothing there, we assume that it's 1, right? So 1 minus 3 is -2z squared. And then we'll go through here and 5z and 1z, and I have plus 6z. So in both cases, so I have the 9x plus -x, which is 8x, and then the -2 and the 7, which is the 5. So now we're going to simplify this here. Looks kind of crazy. So let's go through, and I have 3/4 and I have 1/2. So let's change these into the same denominator. So I'll have 3/4 y, oops, and I'll make this 2/4 y. So that would be 1/4 y left over. And then 12 minus 6 is +6. So I should have 1/4 y plus 6. There it is. And now there's a few practice ones. So pause the video. And once you pause it and tried it, here they are. And then we're going to simplify this. So you have to multiply this 1/2 times 6. So this becomes -3n plus 2, or plus -2, plus 2n. So I'm distributing. That's what I just said before. I can combine the 2n and the -3 as a -1n, and then -2. There it is, -1n minus 2. And now you're going to simplify a few of these yourself. Here you go.